the sound of balloons popping, children laughing, a candlelit cake, untouched, and a mother screaming her son's name into the fading light of a summer afternoon. In 1991, during what should have been a joyful birthday celebration, 8-year-old Matthew Parker vanished without a trace from his own backyard. No sign of struggle, no footprints, just a paper crown on the grass and silence. For 10 years, the world forgot about Matthew, but his mother never did. And then, on the anniversary of his disappearance, she found something in his room that changed everything. But before we uncover what she discovered, make sure to hit subscribe, like this video, and let us know in the comments where you're watching from. This is Edgeline Stories, where real life writes the most unforgettable scripts. 10 years. That's how long Rebecca had clung to hope that maybe, somehow, she'd hear her son's voice again. That one day, he'd walk through the front door as if nothing happened. She knew it was foolish, but some part of her heart refused to believe Daniel was truly gone. There was no body, no trace, just his laughter echoing in memory and a birthday that ended in silence. After the initial media frenzy in 1991, things had gone quiet. The police never found a suspect. Neighborhood rumors dried up. Witnesses moved on. And Rebecca, she just lived. Half alive, half grieving, until 10 years later. She was packing Daniel's room that day. She hadn't touched it for a decade, not really. The room remained a time capsule, superhero posters, half-read books, clothes folded neatly in drawers. But now she had to move. The mortgage payments were bleeding her dry, and the house had become more of a shrine than a home. As she opened the closet door and pushed aside a row of small jackets, something clunked to the floor. A shoebox. It wasn't the box itself that startled her. It was the sound. It didn't fall like shoes or toys. It fell heavy, wooden, purposeful. With trembling fingers, she opened it. Inside was a camcorder, an old VHS tape already inside. Next to it, a folded envelope. On the front, in her son's handwriting, clear and unmistakable, were the words, "If you're reading this, I'm not gone, but I'm not safe." Rebecca froze. Her chest tightened. The air felt thick. She sank to her knees as tears welled up in her eyes. Could this be real? The note inside explained just enough to spark terror, but not enough to make sense. "Mom, if something happens on my birthday, look in my closet. Don't trust them. I saw something I shouldn't have. I think they're watching me. Don't give this to the police. Please. You'll know what to do." She ran to the living room, popped the VHS tape into her old player, and hit play. The screen flickered. At first, it was just Daniel, smiling into the lens, filming himself like kids do. "Hi, future me," he said with a grin. Or "Mom, if you found this." Then the video shifted. There were quick cuts. Shaky footage of men in black suits arguing in the woods. A glimpse of something being buried. The camcorder zoomed in from behind the trees, barely catching their faces, but they were clearly not meant to be seen. Then Daniel's whispered voice. "They don't know I followed them. They don't know I saw what they did to that man." Rebecca's blood ran cold. Who were these people? Who was the man? Was this why Daniel disappeared? She replayed the video 3 times. The men looked like federal agents, but there were no markings, no badges. Just suits, weapons, and shadows. One face seemed familiar. She paused the frame, squinted. It was a man who once came to her house posing as an FBI investigator, right after Daniel vanished. She remembered him clearly now. Too smooth, too rehearsed. He said the FBI would handle it. But they never did, and she never heard from them again. Now she knew why. And that night, she knew she couldn't go to sleep. Something inside had been reawakened. The story wasn't over. It had only just begun. Was Daniel the only one? Or is this part of a much larger cover-up? What would you have done if you were Rebecca? Let us know in the comments. And if you thought this story was wild, wait until you hear about the one where a man receives a letter from his future self, warning him not to go to work the next day. That story is coming next. So make sure you hit subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. This is Edgeline Stories, where real life writes the most unforgettable scripts.